Welcome to the Serious Sarcasm podcast. My name is Jay Doe. Everything you hear is purely my opinion and absolutely not gospel truth. If you do find yourself getting a little bit too worked up over what I say, feel free to take your opinion and, well, you know where. Now that we got that straightened out, sit back, relax, and you might want to get yourself some popcorn because it's going to be a long one. Enjoy the show, y'all.
What is going on? My name is Jay Doe. Welcome to another episode of Serious Sarcasm Podcast here on the Jay Doe Media Network. Every week, I am joined by none other than the podcast Dr. Phil.
Yo, what's going on, bro?
How you doing, Phil?
Happy weekend, man.
Yeah, man. It's been a crazy week in the world, man.
Bro, we're in March now, and it's getting more crazy, more chaos.
You know, I just realized too, though.
What's that?
Is that around this time last year was when everyone started going crazy because it's when Future and Metro dropped that damn album that had the Kendrick diss on it.
Oh, shit.
Well, Kendrick dissing Drake on it. I mean, Future dissed Drake on that album too, but I remember Kendrick, this is around the time that this clusterfuck happened 12 months ago. So hopefully we're not in for another cluster.
I don't know, man. The way that this year's been trending, we're doomed.
Yeah, because we're going to kick some people's backs in today, but yeah, it's looking kind of wild lately. I'm going to be real with you.
All right.
Besides that, man, how's everything else?
Life's been good, bro.
That's good, man.
Life's been good.
That's good.
Studio's been good. I just walked around the mall here for the first time in like several months. Just to walk, right?
Yeah.
Man, a lot of these stores are closed.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that. Like Bath and Body Works is gone.
Yeah, there's a ghost town here.
I don't know. That's a little concerning.
For those who are wondering, we are shooting here at the podcast Dr. Phil studios. So if you want to shoot here, go ahead, look it up, podcast Dr. Phil. It's podcastdrphil.com or it's podcastdoctor.com?
It's the podcastdoctor.com.
It's the podcastdoctor.com. Search it on Google Maps. If you're here in Central Florida, search the podcast doctor. And
I mean, you can just Google Podcast Doctor Orlando.
and you pop up first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Podcast Studio Orlando.
Actually, funny story. Before we get into the episode, somebody emailed the Fupas and Flapjacks email, right?
Okay.
Trying to help us. I guess they wanted to edit our videos and do our thumbnails. I'm like, our videos are already edited before we post them and everything.
Spam.
And their names are the podcast doctors. I was like, wait a cotton pick a minute. This ain't Phil emailing me. Who the hell is this?
Wait. Send me that email.
I'm gonna send you that email. When I was looking at it, I'm like, it's not somebody from the States. It's somebody from over there.
From England.
No.
Oh.
From our Middle East neighbors.
Did they steal my logo and everything?
No. It's just the name. It said it's the podcast doctors. I was like, wait a minute.
Wow. That's crazy.
I was like, wait a cotton pick a minute. But anyways, we're going to start this episode off on a real somber note. First and foremost, we want to send our thoughts, prayers, and condolences to none other than Miss Angie Stone. If you guys don't know, Angie Stone is one of the best R&B, soul, neo-soul singers who have ever lived. Unfortunately, she did pass away. If you guys have not seen social media, I would encourage you not to look it up, even though I'm about to mention it. She did die tragically in a car crash, less than, I think, 12 hours from removed from performing the night before, which is crazy. You know?
She was the only one that died, too.
And she was the only one that died in an accident. Yep. But yeah, Angie Stone is one of literally the best neo soul singers of all time. Actually, Phil, fun fact, you know she was in a group called The Sequence?
No, I did not know that.
She was in a hip hop, they were a neo soul kind of like disco group, her and another woman, and they were actually the first female hip hop group of all time.
Get out of here.
They were signed to Sugar Hill.
Get out of here.
Yeah, bro.
Didn't know that.
So Angie Stone is actually one of our pioneers of hip hop.
Wow.
It's crazy how that turns out. Also, before I continue, I did want to say, since this episode is premiering on Saturday, March 8th, happy International Women's Day. Congratulations to all women out there. And we're going to keep rolling on.
Happy Women's Day!
Thank you. I was waiting for that one. I also want to say my thoughts, prayers, and condolences to none other than Mr. Roy Ayers. He passed away tragically as well. Roy Ayers, Phil, like he's made great records like Sunshine. Let me think. Sunshine, Searching. There's a song of his. Oh, okay. There's a song of his that I truly love. What's the name of that damn song? I was listening to it like 2 days ago before he passed away. Oh, You Send Me.
Okay.
But yeah, he's a real great artist. Another one of our neo soul jazz.
Does that ever happen to you though, where you're like thinking about somebody and then they die, like a celebrity?
Yeah, actually,
That happened with Michelle Trachtenberg. Like I literally just
Really?
like, yes, I was thinking about her, and then I went to her Instagram, followed her, and then like she died like 2 days later. I was like, oh no.
that happened to me with Kobe. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Ah, damn.
Because I remember 2 days before Kobe died, he was in Philly or something, and LeBron had passed him on a scoring list on the NBA scoring. I remember like, damn, LeBron passed Kobe. That's crazy. And Kobe was sitting courtside with Gigi, with his daughter that passed away with him in the helicopter crash. Damn. And then 2 days later, they both passed away. It was crazy. But yeah, so Roy Ayers, another person who's a pioneer, I guess, in a sense to hip hop and black culture. Well, black culture specifically, but in a sense to hip hop as well. Because he was one of the main inspirations for Pharrell Williams.
Oh.
So I'm saying, like, a lot of these people are inspirations or do great things, and they passed away without getting, I guess, their true flowers that we should be giving them as a culture.
Yeah.
So I want to take this time to give them our flowers and give them their flowers, I should say. From the Serious Sarcasm family here at the Jane Doe Media Network. And before I forget, I just found this news out less than 10 minutes before we started recording, and I want to show this person some love. And Phil, what? I want to show my love, prayers, thoughts, and condolences to Dwayne Wiggins. If you guys don't know who Dwayne Wiggins is, he's one of the founding members of one of the best R&B groups of all time in Tony.
Oh.
He just passed away in hospice he had cancer. I just don't remember what kind of cancer. I don't remember they said it was liver, prostate, or stomach cancer or something like that.
Dude, what is going on?
And he was instrumental, not only with Tony, he was also instrumental in the early careers of Destiny's Child, Beyoncé, Alicia Keys, Zendaya. So to Dwayne Wiggins, I want to send my thoughts, prayers, and condolences to you as well, sir.
He had bladder cancer.
Bladder cancer. Okay, yeah, that's crazy, right? What's black men and women, of course, but black men specifically, please take your ego to the side, like push it to the side, and please go get those checkups. Check on your health. Get those checkups. Get the finger up your butt. Make sure your prostate's good. Get the tube up your butt. Make sure your prostate's good. Make sure everything is good, because the way we, as a culture or as a people, eat, is catching up with us lately. A lot of our greats are dying from health concerns that could be directly contributed to things that we eat. So it's not me trying to say, go vegan or anything like that. Trust me, I'm not gonna go vegan. But I want to just say to you guys, please get your health in order. Get your health in order for sure.
Exactly.
But Phil, you want to start this episode off?
Let go.
This episode is gonna start off. Our first topic is gonna be the biggest I told you so. Ladies and gentlemen, let's circle back and talk about Jay-Z. Yo, Phil, we talked about this off mic for a minute, but there's what's the word I'm looking for? New updates in Jay-Z's case. Would you like to know?
Let's hear it.
All right. So first and foremost, as we spoke about a couple of weeks ago on the pod, charges were dropped versus Jay-Z, and the case was dismissed. Well, he had no charges. The lawsuit was dismissed with prejudice, so they cannot refile, right?
Dismissed with prejudice.
Dismissed with prejudice. Jay-Z is now suing for defamation, right? I think he should start suing for extortion after I explain a couple of these things that's going on.
Okay.
So TMZ got their hands on a report. Shout outs to TMZ. They got their hands on a report that a private investigator who was working for Jay-Z found out that his accuser admitted to lying on Jay-Z.
What?
She was told to add Jay-Z's name in the lawsuit to try to there'll be a greater chance for a settlement, correct?
Oh my gosh.
Also, in these court documents that were filed as well, that TMZ got a hold of, and of course, I forgot the lawyer lady's name on Twitter, Megan. I can't remember her last name, Megan C. But Phil, you ready to hear this, bro?
Man, all right, I'll let you cook.
There is supposedly, allegedly, an audio recording of the alleged accuser admitting to lying on Jay-Z's name.
What was she on a dang Skype call?
Here's my thing, and I agree with you on that. What the hell happened for her to be recorded admitting to lying on Jay-Z, right? Here's what's not clicking in my brain personally, and maybe you can help me figure this out, Phil. If you lied on Jay-Z's name, the case gets dismissed with prejudice, right? Mm-hmm. Wouldn't you just keep your mouth shut after the fact?
Exactly.
And now it's supposedly being reported that the young lady is, or the woman, grown woman now, I should say, is, on the spectrum. She has disabilities, and supposedly she's been arrested. She has a long criminal history of things like this.
Man, come on.
And here's the best part, Phil. I didn't even tell you the best part. Besides the audio recording, here's the best part. So we said this when we first reported on this and talked about this on this pod. We spoke about Jay-Z. The Jay-Z lawsuit was filed, what was it, November or December, right? Mm-hmm. Against Jay-Z. However, the quote-unquote extortion attempts started back in July, August last year, right? 2024. Mm-hmm. Right, Phil? You following me?
I'm following.
Supposedly, there was no alleged victim to the lawsuit or to the settlement attempts until the week before the lawsuit was filed.
What?
So how do we have an accusation without an accuser?
The hell?
You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going here, right?
Make no sense.
So with that being said, Tony Busby, the lawyer, you have royally fucked every one of your alleged victims or clients forever. I think that man should lose his license.
Yeah, I was going to say.
And face jail time.
He's going to lose his license.
But besides all of that, right, Phil? Mm-hmm. You understand, like I said this before on the last pod, but this leaves questions about all the accusers against Diddy, right?
Okay.
All the accusers as well that he was... Tony Busby was also the lawyer who represented all the accusers who were suing Deshaun Watson a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
This now brings credence to, were all those people just lying on Deshaun Watson? Remember when I don't know if you remember this, when Deshaun Watson's lawsuits came out and all the accusations came out, people were like, something will add up because Tony Busby is actually neighbors with the Houston Texans owner. So Deshaun Watson asked for a trade from Houston, right? Because he didn't want to play in Houston anymore. A couple days later, all these accusations came out. And they come to find out the lawyer representing the accusers is also the neighbor of the team that Deshaun Watson is trying to get traded away from.
What? Wait a second.
You see the craziness, right?
This is crazy. Because
I'm one of those conspiracy theory guys, and this seems like a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's gone true. So Tony Busby, you effed up. And shout out to Jay-Z, I'm gonna show you how different I am, and he's 100% right because he's showing it left and right. And if things go the way I think it's gonna go, Jay-Z is the man. He's him. How you feel about it,
dude? Okay, first of all,
I'm just happy to say I'm right, and I was right.
I feel like these things don't even need to have media coverage when they don't have anything to stand on.
Yeah,
like they need to be vetted before the media gets it. And obviously, I know it turns into a free-for-all once you release these things. But come on, Busby, you knew this was BS. He still went with it.
And then you filed the document the day before Jay-Z's daughter, Blue Ivy, was set to walk the red carpet for her first movie premiere.
You're trying to just...
So you wanted to embarrass him and have a stain on a great family moment for that family. Now, listen, I'm probably never going to be friends with Jay-Z, nor do I care if I'm ever friends with Jay-Z. I'm just a fan of the man's music. I'm a fan of Beyonce's music. I'm a fan of what they represent for black culture. Mm-hmm. But let's just speak about them as just humans, just regular everyday humans, right, Phil?
Okay.
This is beyond fucked up, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Beyond effed up, dog. And I hope all parties involved who did this get their just due. And when I mean just due, get their backs kicked in forever. But, Phil, you want to talk about something more fun, though?
Let's hear it.
Let's talk about ESPN. Uh-oh. So, I want to preface my comments, guys, by saying this first. If Phil starts chiming in and really going in on ESPN while I'm talking about ESPN, I want y'all to understand, just like I understand, Phil used to work for ESPN for a couple of years. Right, Phil?
Right.
Okay. So you ready for this?
I'm ready.
So lately, not just lately, but over the past couple of years, ESPN has been in a drastic decline, whether it be in content, quality of content, people who work for them. Like ESPN's been in a decline, right?
Yeah.
I think the past couple of years now, you know the way we talk about Fox News, how they sensationalize everything?
Uh-huh.
ESPN is the leader in sports for that by far.
Okay.
And it's not even close. For example, the past couple of days, the conversation has just been about LeBron James this, LeBron James that, how LeBron James made a comment about who the hell wants to be the face of the NBA when all you do is get chastised and shitted on no matter what you do positively or negatively, right?
Okay.
And people on ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, have been leading the charge and shitting on LeBron, right? Mm-hmm. Before that, Stephen A. Smith was shitting on LeBron's son, Bronny James, talking about LeBron is a terrible father for allowing Bronny James to be embarrassed, like a whole bunch of shit. We're not going to get into all that. But also, I want to say this, and I know a lot of people are probably not going to agree with me when I say this, but I don't care. It's a serious Sarcasm podcast. If you feel the type of way about what I say, refer to the first 10, 15 seconds of every episode. Thank you, Phil, for putting that on the screen. Mm-hmm. So, ESPN made their bed, now they have to sleep in it. ESPN created Cold Pizza, right? A show that was on ESPN2. I remember Cold Pizza very vividly. I remember Cold Pizza very vividly. On the days I used to be sick from school, I used to watch Cold Pizza. And you know what else was on Cold Pizza, Phil?
Who?
A little show called First and 10.
Uh-oh.
And mind you, this First and 10 was just segments of the show, right? First and 10 turned into its own 2-hour show starring Skip Bayless and Stephen A. Smith called First Take.
Yep.
First Take has led the charge in this debate style sports TV shows that you see so many times with shows like Undisputed that Skip Bayless made with Shannon Sharp.
PTI.
Shows like PTI was before Cold Pizza, right?
No.
Really?
Yeah. Pardon the interruption? No.
Yeah, I thought PTI was before Cold Pizza.
Yeah, well, you could be right. I'm just saying the debate style.
Right. Yeah, you're right. You got shows like First Things First. Shows like what's the show they got on Fox now? It's called the Facility or whatever with Shady McCoy. I think Shady McCoy and Chase Daniels. You got all these shows that are sports debate shows. Basically piggybacking off how news coverage has gone over the past 25, 30 years, ever since, I'm going to say 30 years, ever since O.J. Simpson, right? Mm-hmm. So ESPN decided to adopt this and make this their way of how to develop TV shows, and it's failing drastically now in the new day and age of media. Let me explain why.
All right.
Because they bring people on the show, or people who are just sports personalities, not journalists. And journalism is a dying art because of people who work for ESPN, Fox Sports, people who work for Billboard, people who work for Apple Music, people who work for Spotify, people who work for all these publications that were known for journalism. Now it's just, we want to debate, get the clicks to get the views, get the clicks in the views, get the clicks in the views. Guess what? Now you're at a point where shows like PTI are dying slowly because people don't want to watch PTI no more, right?
Nope.
ESPN just announced the cancellation of Around the Horn.
Oh, really?
They just announced the cancellation of Around the Horn. Oh. ESPN also had a great show I used to watch on Sunday mornings before I went to church. And I kid you not, I used to love this show, Phil. It was called The Sports Reporters. Okay. Where like Mike Tirico was on the show, and Jackie McMullen was on the show, right? Great shows like these who gave journalists a space to really, I'm just say talk their shit, but talk their shit. You know what I'm saying, for lack of a better term, right? Yeah. And also give insightful, I guess, opinions about stuff that goes on behind the scenes, rather than be like, hey, that player's a bum because they only score 10 points and they usually average 25. I'm calling a spade, bro. And then, speaking of, like, for example, Phil, in the past month in sports, people have been just talking about LeBron James this, LeBron James that, how terrible the Laker trade is for both parties, how terrible Luka and LeBron may fit, how terrible Anthony Davis may fit in Dallas, how terrible is this, that, blah, blah, blah. It's all negative, right? Phil, I'm going to go through a list of, like, about 5 things that's happened in the past 2 to 3 weeks in sports that ESPN has not given a bunch of coverage on. You ready?
Okay.
NHL trade deadline just ended today on Friday, March 7th. ESPN has no coverage about it, right? Giannis Antetokounmpo just scored 20,000 points this week. ESPN has yet to post about it.
Wow.
Right?
All right.
Steph Curry dropped 40 points in Madison Square Garden. Now his record against His record in the Garden in New York City is like 13-1 in his career. He never loses in the Garden. ESPN has that. You have to cover that. Luka and LeBron last night on Thursday both had 30-point triple doubles. Guess what? No ESPN barely covered that. You know what ESPN covered?
What?
LeBron James checking Stephen A. Smith on the baseline about shit that Stephen A. Smith has said about Bronny James. They're busy covering that rather than talking about LeBron and Luka drop 30. Both of them dropped 30-point double doubles, and also beat the Knicks in overtime. Phil, you want me to keep going?
You don't have to.
The Dodgers just got a new pitcher from Japan, who's amazing, by the way. I wish the Yankees would have got him. But the Dodgers just got a new pitcher from Japan. Guess what? He had a great starting debut for spring training. ESPN has barely covered that. Champions League. Soccer is a growing sport in this nation that we live in the United States. Champions League. ESPN barely covers that. Let me think. ESPN only covers WWE when it comes to WrestleMania, but all the great things that's going on in WWE, ESPN doesn't cover that either.
No, they had a real issue back when I worked there because I wanted to cover it and they didn't want us to.
My point exactly. You see how ridiculous that is, bro? Mm-hmm. Also, speaking of ESPN failing, ESPN is failing on simple things like ventures they're trying to do now, like ESPN Bet. ESPN Bet is failing bad, Phil. I don't know if you've seen it, but ESPN Bet is failing fat.
I didn't even know that was existing.
My point exactly. People would rather go to FanDuel, DraftKings, Hard Rock, and ESPN Bet is failing like terribly, bro.
I legitimately did not know this existed.
See, my point exactly.
Like, for real.
My point exactly, bro. ESPN is one of the reasons why I think NBA media is failing.
Brother, I hate to say this, but it's become a gossip channel.
Yes, it is. 100%. You're 100% right. And the thing is, anytime somebody, for example, I remember when the LeBron James thing happened, when he admitted, and he was like, yo, who wants to be the face of the league, blah, 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 blah. Instead of understanding where he's coming from and talking about the issues that's going on with media coverage, guess what ESPN did? What? They trotted out Stephen A. Smith, and Stephen A. Smith pretty much doubled down and said the reason why no one wants to be the face of the league is because it's LeBron's fault. Because LeBron did this, LeBron did that, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, you're literally proving his point in real time.
Bro, it's a society thing too, man. Because people don't really care about the sports.
No.
They really don't.
I've seen people on social media comment on posts more about Anthony Edwards getting another woman pregnant over Anthony Edwards dropping 30 points and dunking on somebody.
Well, let's go deeper. Why do you think that actually is?
Because if you want to really do a history lesson on this all started, if you want to be honest with you, with O.J. Simpson.
Elaborate.
When the O.J. Simpson trial happened, the bloodthirst and the bloodthirst more or less that America has for celebrities and drama really showed its ass in the 90s. Because, I mean, granted, O.J. Simpson was piggybacking as well off Rodney King beating as well. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But that was the beginning of this era of media coverage that we're in. If the O.J. Simpson trial never happened, I guarantee TMZ doesn't come to fruition as a company.
Oh, really?
If O.J. Simpson doesn't happen, we never know who the Kardashians are.
Really?
If O.J. Simpson never happens, the news coverage with Michael Jordan retiring and everyone trying to figure out if he retired because his dad got killed by the mafia allegedly. If Jordan has a gambling problem, all the crazy think pieces and what's the word? Slam pieces. That's what they call.
Yeah, you were right with think pieces. Yeah,
don't happen because it just stays cookie cutter bullshit.
Wow.
All the stuff that you see in the National Enquirer is now everyday news on the Shade Room. All the stuff that you see and hear on the National Enquirer is not everyday news on Daily Mail. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And ESPN is a part of it, but then I'm not saying ESPN is the main culprit of it, but ESPN is a huge part of it when it comes to sports.
Well, you do know what the E stands for, right?
Entertainment.
All right. There you go.
And that's why they're failing. And they're going to continue to fail.
Well, what else is out there though? They are a monopoly. So they can do whatever the hell they want to do.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news. ESPN is not a monopoly.
Okay.
Because Fox Sports is getting a lot of more viewers because of people like Chris Broussard, Nick Wright, people who used to work for ESPN, who went over to Fox Sports. So I don't think ESPN is I guess as a channel is a monopoly, but when it comes to coverage, I'd rather read an article from Bleacher Report before I read an article from ESPN.
Okay.
This is me being honest. I'd rather read an article from NBC Sports or CBS Sports before I read an article from ESPN.
Okay.
As much as I love some ESPN personalities like what's the dude's name? Swagoo. I forgot his name. Marcus.
I couldn't even tell you any of it.
I forgot his name, but he used to play for the Cowboys. And I remember when he played for the Cowboys, I hated his ass because I was a Giants fan. I'm a Giants fan. I can't remember his name, but Swagoo, he used to play for LSU as well. He used to play for Nick Saban at LSU. You got Monica McNutt on ESPN. You got people like let me think. Miss Grimes. You got
do you think people just
want
to know more about these athletes' lives, and that's why they kind of are more interested in this stuff?
But if you want that, just follow the Shade Room. You'll find everything out.
But guys can't follow the Shade Room because it's gay.
No, dudes follow the Shade Room. Phil, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's bullshit. Because a lot of these podcasters that get more views than me, they report and just regurgitate the shit they read on Shade Room. Just being real.
Controversy creates cash, man.
And I understand that. I'm not disputing that at all. I'm not disputing that at all. One of the reasons why I made this podcast is because I saw all the controversy going on. And I wanted to make fun of this shit. I wanted to make fun of it, but also enlighten and engage and also educate people on what actually is going on while I make fun of the stuff that's going on. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's literally what I'm doing with this ESPN topic. I'm literally making fun of ESPN, but also enlightening people. Like, this goes back a ways, and it's been a domino effect. But like I said, ESPN, bro, they're failing. They're one of the main reasons I believe that not ESPN, but NBA coverage is terrible as the way it is. And I just rattled off like 10 events that happened in the past month that ESPN has not really covered.
That's crazy that you said that. I didn't even realize that either.
Like, the Giannis thing is the biggest one for me. He literally just passed 20,000 points, and ESPN has yet to cover it.
This is what, his 10th year?
I think 10th or 11th year in the league, I think. On top of that, LeBron James just passed 50,000 points, right, for his career. Mm-hmm. And the first thing they could argue about is who's better, LeBron or Jordan, rather than just understanding the greatness of this basketball player who just did this.
Again?
I'm over with ESPN, bro. If it's not Shannon Sharp talking, I'm not watching ESPN.
Wow.
And Shannon Sharp, I'm gonna talk about him at a later date, but I got something to talk about him about. But anyways, enough with ESPN. But let's talk, since I'm talking about tragedies with crazy things that's going on and weird things that's going on and tragedies. Since we mentioned O.J. Simpson, I want to talk about a tragedy that's, I guess, near and dear to me and Phil's heart, but not really near to our heart. But we're going to talk about Casey Anthony. I already know when I clip this up on YouTube and make this its own separate video, everyone and their mama is going to be like, why are you giving her a platform and why are you talking about Casey Anthony? The reason why I'm talking about Casey Anthony is exactly the reason why you probably clicked on that video.
Nah.
Let me explain why. Casey Anthony came out the woodwork and she made a TikTok and she's asking people to ask questions if they want legal advice, this, that, and the third. Phil, why is it that when anybody gets away with a murder, they just want to be seen all the fucking time?
Arrogance, man. They just beat the law.
Like, everybody who beats a case always wants to be seen all the time now. The only person I ever seen that lost a case and still wants to be seen is Tory Lanez. Like, dead serious. Like, Casey Anthony's been out of the public light since, 2010, 2011? When the case happened, right?
Yeah.
So, it's, 13, 14 years?
Yep.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I remember last year, somebody posted a picture of her on Twitter, and it kind of went viral on Twitter because she was at Disney, supposedly. I guarantee she still lives in Orlando, by the way. But she was at Disney, supposedly, right, Phil?
Oh, my God.
And they took a picture of her, but it was from behind. And everybody was like, Casey Anthony got a BBL?
Yeah, she got a fat ass.
And they was like, oh, she got a fat ass. I'm like, to be honest with you, she wasn't an ugly-looking white woman to begin with.
She was thick.
Yeah, she wasn't an ugly white woman to begin with. But it's the fact of, bro, every single time I see or hear about Casey Anthony, it's like she's poking her head out to make sure the coast is clear so she can try to, I guess, gain some popularity again. And with this going on, it's one of the reasons why I decided not to show the video of her speaking. I didn't want to give her a platform, but I just wanted to kick her back in. Casey Anthony, go away.
It's our fault, too.
It is our fault. It's my fault right now for speaking about her right now.
Because
I can easily ignore her.
Exactly. Like, the big media outlets could just be like, eh.
But it's the obsession of Americans with murder and celebrities.
Well, dude,
because they're making her. They made her a celebrity through this case, even though the real celebrity should be the little baby who died.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
now, I got my own opinions about what really happened.
Her dad did it, right?
I personally don't think she killed that baby. Can I be real with you?
Yeah.
However, I do think there was a situation that happened that could have been prevented, like an accident that happened that could have been prevented. Whether it was like, baby drowned in the pool, maybe something else happened, whatever the case is, right?
Yeah.
Maybe she choked or on something, and she and her family panicked and buried the child.
Mm-hmm.
However, I think if you buried that child, she should have went to jail for something.
Agreed.
Granted, she was in jail the whole time she was in trial, right?
Yeah, she was.
Yeah. So I guess she got time served in that situation. But, it is what it is. But it's crazy to me. Random. Sidebar. Phil.
Yeah.
Could you imagine being the guy that's smashing Casey Anthony?
Guys don't care.
That's the crazy part.
Guys do not care.
They do not.
They that's an advantage. Oh, she ain't had my kid.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I was not expecting that turn.
She ain't gonna babysit.
Oh, no, she definitely ain't babysitting.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised she still has friends, like legit friends.
Of course. You got people who want to be around her because she's famous.
I don't think she's necessarily famous because she's been out of the public eye for a long time.
Yeah, but if you say the name Casey Ant, I'm Casey Ant. Oh. Hi.
Yeah, that's true. My thing is, I think she changed her name. I refuse to believe she still goes by Casey Anthony.
How old is this picture? This old?
I think that picture was when the trial was going on.
Okay, because she don't look like that no more.
No, I see what she looks like now. She's aged.
You know she was banging her lawyer too, right?
Jose
Baez, yeah.
Baez, right?
Yep.
I'm not surprised.
Yep. How do you think that was free?
I mean, speaking of fucking up, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she was. The prosecution fucked up on that case. I'm just gonna be honest with you, bro.
Would you smash?
Casey Anthony?
Yeah.
I don't have sex with white women, bro.
Okay.
I stay away. If it's snowing, I ain't going.
Okay. All right.
If it's snowing, I'm staying inside in the dark pit.
Okay.
And I'm staying with the big brown flapjack nipples. Shout outs to black women.
Fupas and flapjacks.
Fupas and flapjacks. Anyways, before we head out, we got two more things to talk about, Phil. Two things that are pretty funny. You ready?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Trump. So, I don't know if you saw, but Trump had his head of the union or State of the Union address, right?
Yeah.
In Congress. And I got to be honest with you, by far the funniest hour of TV that's ever been presented so far this year, bro. It's the fact of we can literally put the State of the Union address from this year side by side with Joe Biden's last year and show the hypocrisy in the United States. Also, before I go any deeper than that, pause. Democrats, you guys are pussies. All Democrats are pussies. Let me explain why, Phil. Representative Al Green stood up and pretty much, booed Trump, and spoke his mind, spoke his piece, right? And he was escorted by Capitol Police out of the hall, right? And Republicans had a vote, I guess, to reprimand him or bar him or whatever the vote was. Like Congress had a vote about it. All the Republicans voted against Representative Green, right? But also included in that were 10 Democrats that voted against him as well.
The fuck?
Phil, do you want to play guess what race it is with all 10 Democrats?
Were they white?
9 white, 1 Hispanic.
Wow.
White passing Hispanic, I should say, by the way. And it just goes to show, bro, I'm annoyed at the fact that we still live in a day and age where Democrats feel like they have to be above reproach to get things done in this country. When you see firsthand that being nasty, grimy, and dirty is how you get shit done in this country.
Oh, yeah. Well, because Michelle Obama. They go low, we go high.
You're right. You're 100% right. However, what I'm going to say now, I don't care no more. Democrats, stop asking black people to come bail you out. Because when you do shit like this, and then you have a black Democrat representative who gets escorted out, and you have 10 people who should be on his side of the aisle voting against him, don't ask black people to bail y'all out no more. Go ask the Hispanics that voted against you. Go ask the white women that voted against you. Go ask the white men who feel inferior because they're mad because the Little Mermaid is black now and she has red dreads. Go ask them to bail you out. Stop asking us to bail you out. We're done. We're done. Fuck y'all. We're done. Phil, anything you got to say about this?
I'm just discussing it in all of politics.
I feel you. I mean, it's a terrible double standard when Representative Al Green does the same thing that the blonde bad body bitch did last year against Joe Biden when she stood up for like 10 minutes booing Joe Biden. He does pretty much the same thing to Trump, and they don't stand by him. Because even Republicans last year was like, yo, she was tripping.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But, you know, it is what it is, bro.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. Let's end this episode off on a fun note. You ready to do bro what you want?
Let's go.
Like, bro, what you want?
Phil, you know, I just realized that last topic, every topic we did today could have been a bro what you want.
I was just about to say that.
Every topic today should have been bro what you want. From the Jay-Z situation to ESPN to Casey Anthony to Trump State of the Union address, all this could have been bro what you want.
I think you need to have a whole episode that's just bro what you want.
It's just bro what you want?
Yeah, at least one episode. It's just nothing but bro what you want.
But we're going to talk about Miss, hold on, let me get her name right because I want to make sure I get this name right. For those who are listening audioly, Trey is in the building, and I hope he didn't see this video yet, but we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about Miss, hold on, let me get her name right. Melissa, I'm going to say Michelle. Melissa Mercado. If you guys didn't know, Melissa Mercado is a 7-year NYPD detective who is under fire now, who may lose her job because she decided to star in a music video. Phil, roll the clip.
I'll tell you about a girl named Keisha.
Look at her. BBL, shaking it.
Ass thick.
Busting it open too, Phil.
Just want to
Wide
smash you
open.
quick.
By the way, this is
Shorty
terrible
love the
music.
track, but she love the pole.
Yo, my thing is,
Make
she
that
should be under
ass
fire for
clap.
starring
Make it
in
drop
music
and
videos.
roll.
She should be under fire
Pop that
because
pussy
this
for
dude
me.
can't rap.
Give me that rocky roll.
She's shaking it though. I'll give it that much.
Yeah.
It's moving. But I was surprised that she was an NYPD detective. I thought she was just like a regular Instagram baddie or something like that.
I mean, damn. Like, they don't pay y'all enough?
They definitely do pay them enough. But supposedly she just wanted to do this because this is what she does on the side. My thing is, Phil, do you feel like this should be a bad thing that she does this?
No, let her do it.
My thing is, if she's off duty, who cares?
Exactly.
My thing is, my brother, I had a conversation with one of my brothers, right, about this today. And you know what he said to me?
What?
He said, what if she was undercover and they blew her cover when this came out?
Oh, shit.
That made me, bro, what if she was really undercover and this just blew her cover?
Oh, my God. You might be right.
Like, seriously, what if she was really undercover and this just blew her cover?
Oh, no.
For those who haven't seen the video, I implore you to Google Miss Melissa Mercado.
Oh, my
Mercado?
God.
Mercado?
Mercado.
But you'll see what she looks like. She's not a bad looking woman at all.
She's gorgeous.
She's pretty good. She's pretty good looking. I'm not with the whole lip injections and all that shit. It's not my thing. But she's not a bad looking woman at all. But she was shaking ass. Mm-hmm. She was throwing it out. Also, this song is terrible, bro.
It's awful.
I think that's what the bro what you want should be. It should not be for her potentially losing her job. It should be for how bad this song is. Like, she gets a bro what you want, not for twerking in the video, for twerking to a bad song. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're gonna go out swinging as a detective in an NYPD, you should have been twerking to like a Party Fontaine. You should have been an extra in a Cardi B song. You should have been an extra in a Boogie song.
Maybe that's her boyfriend.
Like, shit. Who the podcaster that used to work with Joe Budden? The dude that makes music. Rory. You should have been twerking to his song. There's plenty of great artists in New York that you should have been twerking to their songs. This song is terrible. This one you should get a bro what you want. Fuck that twerking.
Like, bro, what you want?
Anyway, y'all, this has been another great episode of the Serious Sarcasm Podcast. I know this was a quick episode. I just want to say to you guys, I appreciate you guys tuning in every week. On behalf of myself, Phil included, the Jane Doe Media Network, we do appreciate you guys. We are signing off. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Be safe. We catch you guys next week, all right?